Hey guys, it's Merrick, and I've got another gameplay commentary for you here today. This one is yet again on Planetside 2. We are on VS, continuing the Darkstar gameplay we did last week. We quickly go through the loadout, short barrel for the hip fire, cure launcher because it is a cleanse even though I don't use it here, and it's instant cast healed, it kind of replaces the medkit, high velocity because I put that shit on everything, combat surgeon because of the energy regen, and 2.5 second reduced damage for 25% on getting a res, which can be used on demand with the res nade. That means nade bandolier because that's more on demand reses, assimilate because I like to get headshots, and the C4 in case there is a max or something in point blank range, and the commissioner over the underboss because while the underboss is better, the commissioner has a longer headshot range, and fuck those infills. We left off last week at 44 kills in 24 minutes with 15 deaths. We'd pushed them back across the bridge, and I didn't know if they were going to get completely wiped or if there's going to be a fight still, so I took a res and pushed into the side building before seeing all of these nice blue dots and then pushing in to get a fight. So, channeling my inner medium assault, I follow the push up the stairs, catch a handful of people on those staircases coming down from the roof, manage to pick off one of them, almost murder a teammate before I get the second one, and then I pick off another guy coming in the other roof stairs. I see some bullets, dodge behind the wall. It's a max that I can't really do anything about, so I kind of just sit around and hope someone else can deal with it. I get poked from the outside window, have to play around that so I don't get murdered. A res nade comes in, so I try to deny this guy's res, which really kind of sticks him here for longer than I want to be. Once I'm pretty sure he's not going to stand up, I go to check the window to get rid of that guy, and this other unfortunate gentleman definitely just stands directly between me and the guy I'm aiming at, so even though he'd probably stop me from killing the guy, I give him a res before rotating around to see what I can get done. Throw some more reses because I don't see anybody to shoot at, and when it looks like the stairs are clear, I kind of just begin to secure the perimeter because I'm not going to push up onto the roof when it looks like there might be a sunder up there. I do see a bunch of dead guys on that ramp, so I toss a res nade to chain res them all, and as I do that, somebody peeks in the balcony and takes me out. I do manage to catch a res though, and from there I retreat into the stairway, which is probably the safest place because I know they're going to be on the upper staircases. So I jump to the stairway. Seems like it's clear, it looks like we might have it cleared out, but I keep an eye on the stairs I'm pushing up. I see somebody's flashlight, which tells me they're going to be peeking down, and I just wait for him to re-peek into me. He goes back up the stairs, but somebody jumps off the other side, and I get the free pick up there. I rotate around a little bit more. I still don't want to go up onto the roof, but I don't want to leave this area because this is one of the only fights. I see somebody shooting at an ally there, and I pre-aim the balcony as I turn the corner, and I'm able to take that guy out. And as I'm rotating around, I see one fall down onto the staircase before running back upstairs, and I just swing wide to catch him. But I see some blue dots on the outside, so I swing the window, and I'm able to take somebody out there. I feel like I have to keep an eye on this bottom staircase now, or at least the other staircase, considering if they're coming in from the outside there as well. If they get in that doorway, they're just going to wrap upstairs and either come up behind me or immediately be in the staircase. I see somebody shooting at someone on our side of the building. I try to swing close, and I just fuck up and get myself killed. I can't tell exactly how much blue pressure is there, but it does seem like there's still a little bit of a fight, so I, on respawn, pull the pocket flash and begin trying to make my way back there. I try to hit this guy with a flash, doesn't work. I hit him with a cure nade just because he's looking the other way, and then I swap back to my regular gun and I actually finish him off. That was totally an intentional play, and I definitely didn't just turn the cure launcher on when I was talking to chat about it and then forget to take it off before I got on the flash. I reloaded my cure launcher, and then I saw a blue dot on the point that I tried to go run and see. Doesn't look like he's there still, so I rotate back into the building and see some guys on this tree that I try to take an extended fight with. Forget that I'm actually using a Darkstar and only have 24 bullets, so I try to target transfer and just murder myself, essentially. Running back again, I get back into the Z shape on our side of the bridge because it looks like they're applying pressure to the bridge again with 4 galaxies flying overhead, but after a brief pause, I do manage to find a target from this window. I dropped C4 in the doorway and on myself, kind of expecting there to be a rush of people from the galaxies, but it looked like they'd already dropped because they're not pushing across the bridge, so I just use my height advantage and try to pick off anything that I can. I get a few pickups on the bridge, but I continue to check my staircase because these galaxies are still floating around in all different directions, which means anybody in associated groups will be dropping randomly, pretty much spread across the entire compound, so they're gonna be fucking everywhere. As I go to change my position, I see a blue dot coming in the bottom of my building, so I make sure to sit there and wait for him before pushing out onto the bridge to see if I can't offer any support. I float there for a while without seeing anything, but as I go to change buildings, a galaxy goes down. I pick off one of the survivors, but I get flanked and just die. I'm able to pick up an infiltrator as I'm running back, as he just falls out of the sky into my lap. Thank you very much for that. But after that, I push up and try to help with the push on the bridge, and I peek too close to the barricade, so I don't actually see the guy on the right side of the boxes, and he has a perfect angle on me, so I just die without really getting any counterplay on it. From there though, my spider senses are tingling, and I am summoned to a containment site. I do a little bit of running around before I find that there is actually a push coming to try to break out of a long hallway lock. I'm able to pick off a few blue guys as they are going over the edge. Somebody else's resonated go off, so I throw a cure launcher in there trying to get them healed up, but it does not get anybody really saved. I go trying to pick off this back target, and right as I do, someone swings close on me. I take both of them out, toss a resonade, and then the fight actually completely ends because we finished capping the point, so I have to head off somewhere else.
We've captured the facility.
This leads me back to Eli Forest Pass, where as I'm running out of spawn, I assume everything is all clear, and then I immediately get shot from the roof. I see someone on the side, try to take some shots, but I don't make the trade, and I'm forced to run back. I see a dead guy on the other side of this building, and I see blue dots pushing up on the minimap, so I just hold here and wait for them. Somebody runs in front of me, not having seen the same signals. They get in a fight and they trade. I picked this guy up, and I expected them to immediately re-peek, but it looks like somebody else swung close, so I pick up the next guy, and then I try to take some longer angles on this roof, because obviously this building is now full of blue people. I hit a shot on someone on the corner, and I let my health get full again before I take a peek off onto the side. I move up to the second floor to break the angle and try to get a different shot. I do manage to find a target, but there's two of them prepared for me, so I just fall over. However, by the time I'm running back, I do make it up to the building. I see someone in the right window as I get a quick peek, so I back off and try to take a wider angle to give myself a better time. I do eventually manage to win this fight, and because it looks and sounds like there's some pressure going on in the building, instead of waiting for him to get rezzed, I decide to push in and try to support. Someone comes down the staircase and takes off someone on the server, so I wait for him to rotate back and pick him up. I try to get the res on this guy, but the server is just at an odd angle. If I knew he was an infiltrator, I wouldn't have rezzed him. But from there, I go to push closer up on the stairs. As soon as I do, I see someone going for the res, so I toss a C4 and then begin to push up myself. I push up too far, underestimating how many people were in the building, and I expose myself both to the little console cover and the upper staircase. I should have actually, upon review of the play, seeing this is a point hold, I should have just held the bottom of the stairs and waited for somebody to peek out and take that fight, because as a medic, the chances of me clearing the whole building are very slim. But knowing this is a point hold, as I push up here again, I'm already prepared for the guy in the window, and because I know I can't take the whole building myself, no matter how many people I actually pick off, I instead just hold the position, wait for him to get rezzed so I can pick him off again. I reload my mag, and I go to try to pick him off as he gets picked up, but I miss, and I get super greedy for no really good reason, and he just re-peeks into me and I die for free. I don't know what my plan was in that exact situation, to be honest. But moving to another containment site, this time on the TR front, I push up out of spawn. Seeing there's a lot of TR players, I'm able to pick off one, and then I see more of them running out on the map, so I decide to fall all the way back to a different point. I catch one of them as they're pushing out, but there were too many too close together, and I immediately get traded out. Running back, though, I'm able to get to the other side of the point, and I'm there in front of a much larger push that I'm trying to see if I can't sustain a hold from, because there's a whole lot of potential kills here if we don't just get completely overrun. I'm able to pick off a few in that choke point, and then I get murdered from the wider angle in that single hallway. I make my way back, and seeing that the point is flipping, I assume the pressure that's gone that way has gone to the point, but I decide with these guys pushing up, I'm going to also get aggressive. So I push up and forget that I'm a medic, push up right in the front, being very aggressive, playing full-on medium assault. I dodge a nade, and as I back up to finally heal, there's a shit ton of resonades going off, so I'm just trying to hold my position and not have somebody spawn on top of me. I toss a resonade both for the energy restore and for potentially keeping people on that angle alive. As I begin to rotate to the side, I see some people pushing on the other angle, the wider angle that killed me earlier, through this tighter hallway. I'm able to get the pickoffs here, and that's going to bring us to an end for this session. I wind up running around a lot and not finding a whole lot of people, so we close this up with 87 kills in 41 minutes. A lot of my issues this session were overextending because I didn't remember that I was a medic because I'm so used to playing heavy, gassing out my magazine thinking I had at least 50 bullets instead of the 24 that the Darkstar gives, and then just some other smaller things like holding an angle close to make sure I have a tight angle on where I'm aiming, but not realizing that it exposes me to a different angle and shit like that. Before I wrap this up though, I have a question for you guys that watched this far. I have another session already recorded and prepared to be basically worked on and should be out by next week. However, due to an unforeseen excessive stupidity on my part, there's no in-game audio. I didn't realize it. People in chat were busy chatting with me, and we didn't really notice it ourselves between that and the music. So what do you guys want me to do with it? Should I toss it out? Should I throw some music in it and just do a gameplay commentary anyway? What do you guys think? Anyway, as always, let me know what you do like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you think so I can improve my videos moving forward. Thank you guys for your continued support, and I'll see you next time.